Visit us on the web at nilfisku.com. Nilfisk University is the cleaning equipment industry's most comprehensive web-based training and interactive learning resource. Your degree in success is just a click away at Nilfisk University.
This lesson is brought to you by Nilfisk University, where excellence is attained through active learning. This training module will provide you with use and care instructions for the SC401 battery-operated walk-behind auto scrubber that is available in both the Advance and Nilfisk brands. These instructions will allow you to safely and productively use the machine for daily cleaning and maintain the machine for years of high-quality cleaning. This training is not intended to replace the operator's manual that shipped with the machine. Please review and follow all operational and safety steps contained in the manual. To the right of the main training window is an outline. You can jump to any area of the training that most interests you now or in the future by clicking on the slide in the outline. After the instructional portion of this module, a quiz will be presented to confirm clear transfer of the information covered in the presentation. Once the quiz starts, you will not be able to go back and review the training content, but if you do not pass the quiz on your first try, you can repeat the training and quiz as many times as needed to comprehend the information and pass the quiz. After successfully completing this lesson, you will be able to identify SC401 components and their function, explain how to inspect and prepare the machine for use, list the steps necessary to start the scrubbing function, explain how to operate the machine, including the various cleaning modes and how and when to use them, explain machine cleanup procedure, describe battery charging process, and perform daily, weekly, and other routine maintenance tasks. This training will begin with an introduction of the available machine packages for the SC401. Next will follow a review of the components and features of the machine. We will then cover the daily use and care steps, which you will follow for a shift of cleaning, including machine setup, using the machine to provide clean, safe, and dry floors, and cleaning up the machine after a shift of cleaning. We will conclude with a review of routine maintenance steps. SC401 machine packages. All SC401 machines have a 17-inch 43-centimeter cleaning path with 8-gallon 30-liter solution and recovery tanks, but the machine is available in a few different machine configuration packages with a few options to custom fit the machine to your application and your specific needs. Each of the differences in the machine will be addressed during this training. Machine packages are based mainly on traction motor assist or without traction. Units with traction will have a key switch for added safety, and battery types and sizes including wet or maintenance-free batteries. SC401 options. Your machine may include some of the following options that come as standard with the packages or were added as an option. Options include hour meter, USB port, mop holder and wastebasket, detergent dilution system, brush splash guard, and key switch. SC401 machine components. The machine has a 17-inch 43-centimeter disc scrub deck up front with optional splash guard available to prevent solution overspray while scrubbing. The unit comes standard with a blue Prolene brush. Handlebar with operator interface, which we will cover further just ahead. The body of the machine consists of two 8-gallon 30-liter tanks. The lower tank, which makes up most of the rotomolded body of the machine, is the solution tank, and a recovery tank which sits on top of the solution tank. The solution tank has a fill port with cover at the front of the machine. Transport wheels, which will be powered by a motor for most models. External solution filter with isolation valve to keep debris out of the solution system. The recovery tank has a large cover with durable sealing gasket and provides a large opening for easy cleanout of the recovery tank. Inside the recovery tank is the debris catch cage to keep recovered debris from clogging your tank or floor drain. Float ball shutoff valve system to protect the vacuum motor from recovered solution if the recovery tank gets too full. 24-volt batteries for powering the machine. Detergent bottle for optional onboard detergent system. The back of the machine contains the main operator interface area for the machine. The handlebar includes the touch activation switches used to engage the transport system and scrub system. Reverse switch located on the opposite side of the handle from which is shown here. Speed adjuster knob. This will not be present for units without motor traction. Battery level indicator provides remaining power status while cleaning. This gauge is also used to provide onboard battery charger type selection when unit is first turned on, and can also indicate detergent dilution level for machines with onboard detergent dispensing. Vacuum control button allows vacuum to be turned off and on and select vacuum level. One-touch scrub system activation button. This same button is used to turn the machine electronics on and off by pressing and holding the button for 2 seconds. Solution control button allows solution level to be selected from 3 discrete settings plus the off condition. Key switch for controlling access to the machine. Standard on traction drive machines, optional for others. Hour meter and USB charger port are both optional and located in this area if included on your machine. Continuing with the back of the machine, solution tank level sight tube allows you to see the remaining cleaning solution. This tube also allows you to drain the solution tank. Onboard charger cord storage location. The onboard charger is optional. Located inside the pocket of the charger cord is a battery charge status indicator when an onboard charger is included. Recovery tank drain hose. Electrical disconnect plug used to connect batteries to a shelf charger if onboard charger is not included. Scrub deck raise lower pedal, squeegee assembly raise lower pedal, squeegee assembly mounting knobs, and the squeegee pitch adjustment knob. Preparing the machine for use. To assure successful trouble-free scrubbing performance, there are a few preparation and inspection steps that must be completed prior to cleaning shift with the SC401. If the machine storing steps were properly followed after the previous use, then you should find the machine like this. The onboard charger cord plugged into an outlet. The brush or pad cleaned and either connected to the machine already or close by and ready to use. The rear squeegee cleaned and in good condition and installed at the back of the machine or close by and ready for use. The recovery tank empty and cleaned out with the tank tipped out, exposing the batteries. Let's look at these steps in a bit more detail. Before unplugging the machine, look at the charge level indication. Ideally, the machine will have been left on charge long enough to complete the full charge cycle. For units with an onboard charger, there is an LED charge indicator located inside the charger cord storage pocket. If the LED is green, the batteries are fully charged and ready. If the red LED is on, the batteries are still early in their charge cycle and should be left to charge for a while. If the yellow light is on, the batteries are getting closer to full charge, but not yet there. You can use the machine if the yellow LED charge light is lit, but the machine should get a full charge to the point where the green LED goes on each day of use to properly maintain and extend the usable life of the batteries. Never store the batteries in a discharged state. Unplug the battery charger cord and place it in the cord storage area as shown. During charging, the recovery tank should be tipped out to prevent buildup of hydrogen gas from batteries outgassing. Tip the recovery tank back into the normal operating position. Inspect pad or brush to assure it is fit for use. Pads and brushes should be relatively clean and free from any larger debris. Using a dirty or overly worn pad or brush can damage the machine and or floor you are looking to clean. Clean the pad or brush if necessary prior to use. Inspect the pad or brush and determine if there is enough pad or brush life for the scrubbing you are about to complete. For brushes, if half of the original length of the bristle is consumed, the scrubbing performance will begin to degrade and the brush should be replaced. If pad or brush is worn, replace the pad or brush as needed. Also, replace the pad if there are any tears or missing areas. Make sure you have the correct pad or brush type for the scrubbing that needs to be performed. An overly aggressive brush or pad can degrade or damage the floor finish instead of just clean it. To remove the brush or pad for inspection, manually rotate the brush or pad driver to release it. The machine also has an auto brush removal function. To use this function, with the deck raised and the scrub system turned off and the machine turned on, press both the scrub activation button and the vacuum control buttons simultaneously. This will cause the brush to momentarily spin, and then the brush or pad driver will drop off. Pad driver or brush installation. You can install the brush by hand manually by lifting the brush into position and giving it a slight rotation to lock it into place. Or you can automatically install the brush with the following steps. Center the brush directly below the scrub head as shown in the image. Use foot pedal to lower the scrub deck, aligning the scrub head directly over the pad holder or brush. Wiggle machine back and forth a bit to assure the drive hub is aligned with the hole in the pad driver or brush. Turn on machine by turning the key, if so equipped, to the on position and then pressing the one-touch scrub button to turn on the machine, and set the machine's speed to minimum by turning the speed control dial, if so equipped, all the way counterclockwise to minimum speed. Press the one-touch scrub activation button a second time to arm the scrub system, and then momentarily press the activation switches on the handle to engage the pad driver or brush, and then let go so the scrubbing action stops. The brush or pad driver should automatically install. Use your foot on the pedal to raise the scrub head again to assure proper installation of the brush or pad driver. Recovery tank inspection. Lift the lid of the recovery tank and make sure the recovery tank is empty. Check the float ball cage and make sure it is clean and the ball moves freely. If necessary, the ball cage can be removed for more thorough cleaning. Inspect the debris catch cage and empty and clean it if necessary. Inspect the recovery gasket seal, assuring it is properly in place and in good condition to assure proper water recovery. Squeegee inspection and installation. Remove the squeegee assembly from the rear of the machine by loosening the two knobs that lock it in place. For proper water pickup performance, the squeegee should be reasonably clean and free of debris. Clean it if debris is present before using. Squeegees will wear over time and their water pickup efficiency will be reduced with wear. There are two rubber blades used with the squeegee. The front edge of the rearmost blade is the one that is most critical to leaving a floor clean, safe, and dry. The front edge of the rear squeegee should be free of wear and rips. If the squeegee is worn halfway through the width of the blade or more, or ripped, the squeegee should be rotated to put a fresh edge to the floor or replaced. Each squeegee has 4 wear sides to help assure you have excellent water pickup. To flip or replace the rear squeegee, pull up and release the rubber strap that holds the rear squeegee in place, make the squeegee changes, and then reinstall the strap. For the front squeegee maintenance, 2 knobs on the outside of the edges of the squeegee are used to release tension on the front squeegee retaining strap, which will allow you to maintain the front squeegee. Attach the squeegee to the machine with the squeegee knobs and tighten them hand tight. Do not over-tighten the squeegee knobs, as it is designed to safely break away if it hits an object during operation. The final inspection step is to give the machine a quick walk around and look for anything that looks worn, loose, damaged, leaking, or out of place. Address issues found with the machine before using for cleaning. Filling the machine. The SC401's fill port is located at the front of the machine and allows filling by either a hose or bucket. Note, some models also include a hose that can be pulled from the fill port area to accommodate filling at a spigot where a hose is not available. Fill the machine with clean water. The solution level sight tube on the rear of the machine can let you know when you are close to full to prevent an overflow. Fill to a few inches below the edge of the fill port to prevent sloshing out water during transport and turning. Hot water cleans more effectively, but water temperature should not exceed 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees centigrade. Adding detergent. If your machine does not have the optional onboard detergent mixing system, add the proper amount of auto scrubber compatible detergent to the solution tank while filling to assure it gets properly mixed. If your machine has the onboard detergent mixing system, you need to inspect the onboard detergent bottle to assure there is enough detergent for the planned cleaning activity and fill if necessary. Tip out the recovery tank and assure there is enough detergent in the detergent bottle. To remove and fill the detergent bottle, disconnect the quick disconnect in the detergent hose and lift out the bottle and refill it with an auto scrubber compatible detergent. Put the recovery tank back in place after filling the detergent bottle. We are now ready to transport the machine to the area to be cleaned. Lift the scrub head to the raised position with the foot lever if it is down before transporting. Turn on the machine by transporting the key to the on position. Not all versions have a key, only machines with traction assist. Turning the key on will not power up the machine. Press the one-touch scrub system activation button to turn the machine on. This button serves both to turn the machine on and off and to activate the scrub system. Press this button again at any time and hold it for 2 seconds to power off the machine or turn the key to the off position if so equipped. Once the machine completes its self-test, look at the battery power level LEDs on the control panel to assure there is sufficient battery power to complete the planned scrubbing task. If all LEDs are lit, the battery is fully charged. When you get down to one LED and it is flashing, you are nearly out of battery power and the scrub functions will soon be deactivated. For machines without traction, manually push the machine to the area to be cleaned. For machines with traction assist, machine motion is started and stopped by pressing and releasing either activation contact switch on the handlebar. Transport speed is controlled by turning the speed adjustment dial. Clockwise is faster. It is good practice to turn the speed dial to low prior to activating motion so the speed is predictable and controllable. For reverse, press the reverse switch while pressing either activation switch. To steer the machine, push the handle to the right or to the left to change the direction of the machine. Activating the scrub system, use your foot to lower the squeegee to the floor so that you can recover the used solution. Lower the scrub deck to the ground using the foot pedal on the back left of the machine. Push down and shift your foot to the left to allow the pedal to rise up and lower the scrub deck to the floor. Press the one-touch scrub activation button. This will arm the scrub deck, solution system, and onboard chemical dilution system if present on the machine. The vacuum will turn on automatically. LEDs above the armed or active systems will light up. LEDs above the solution button will indicate the active solution level at that moment. All systems will operate when either activation switch on the handle is pushed and stop again when released. A dry scrub brush running on floor finish can leave marks in the finish. To help avoid this, you can pre-wet the brushes prior to scrubbing by pressing both the solution button and the one-touch scrub activation button at the same time and holding them. This will allow solution to flow to the brush until the buttons are released again. While scrubbing, there are a number of adjustments that can be made to the scrub parameters to optimize the cleaning performance for an application. You can increase or decrease your speed by turning the speed adjustment knob if your machine is equipped with traction, or you can push the machine faster or slower. Faster speeds increase productivity but may reduce depth of cleaning if other parameters are held constant. You can adjust the amount of solution being applied by pressing the solution button. There are 3 solution setting levels and off indicated by the LEDs above the button. Pressing this button repeatedly cycles through the different solution levels. More solution is required for more heavily soiled areas. The vacuum button is used to adjust vacuum power level or to turn it off. There are 2 vacuum levels, standard for maximum water pickup and quiet mode, which reduces vacuum motor noise. The LED above the switch indicates what mode you are in. Fully lit when in standard mode, slowly flashing when in the quiet mode, and off when the vacuum is off. Turning the vacuum off and lifting the squeegee off the floor with the foot lever will put the machine in the double scrub mode, leaving solution on the floor to dwell and help break up stubborn soils, allowing you to go over the heavily soiled areas additional times with additional solution to more deeply clean the floor. After soils have been released, lower the squeegee again and turn the vacuum back on to recover the used solution in the area. The SC401 can also be used as a wet-dry vacuum to recover water without scrubbing. With the scrub system off, lower the squeegee to the ground and press the vacuum button to turn the vacuum on. If your machine is equipped with the onboard detergent dilution system, you can adjust the detergent level to match the application needs from no detergent, cleaning with water only for areas that are fairly clean already, up to 2% concentration for areas that require extra detergent action to break through grease and grime. The level of the detergent system is available while scrubbing by holding the solution button for 2 seconds. This will change the battery level LED display into the detergent concentration display. If no LEDs are lit, the detergent system is set to no chemical, water cleaning only. As you repeatedly press the solution button while in the detergent concentration display mode, it will change the detergent dilution level from the available settings, which include when no LEDs lit, water only, then 0.25%, 0.4%, 0.8%, 1%, 1.5%, and finally 2% concentration. When you stop pressing the solution button for a few extra seconds, the level will be locked in for scrubbing and the battery meter level will return. Look at the manufacturer's label on the bulk bottle to determine the recommended dilution strength recommended for your type of cleaning. In cleaner areas of your facility, using less detergent can reduce detergent spend while still achieving the desired cleaning results. To maximize your cleaning efficiency and safety, here are some good guidelines. Plan your route carefully to use as many long straight runs as possible to minimize turns and maximize productivity. Use a consistent overlap, enough overlap to not miss surfaces, but not too much to reduce productivity. When cleaning along walls or shelving, use the right side of the machine since the scrub deck is shifted to the right and provides a guide wheel on the deck to make control along a wall easy. Consider the area being cleaned and adjust the machine cleaning parameters to be as efficient as possible. For example, if the floor is reasonably clean already, then you should have the solution level and detergent level set at low levels and only increase them if a heavier soil load is encountered. Pay special attention to blind corners to avoid a potential collision. Finally, regularly examine water recovery and cleaning performance. If you are not leaving floors clean, safe, and dry, make the necessary adjustments to the machine or squeegee. Eventually, the solution tank will get used up and the recovery tank will become full with the recovered solution. The sight tube on the back of the machine allows you to know the solution tank level. The SC401 has a ball float valve that protects the vacuum motor from ingesting water. Once the ball float activates, the vacuum motor pitch will change to a higher pitch sound and squeegee will no longer pick up water. Usually you will run out of water before the float ball engages. When the solution tank is empty, or the recovery tank full, transport the machine to a suitable location to empty it. Remove the recovery tank drain hose from its storage clip at the back of the machine. Bend the hose over to prevent flow and remove the cap. Lower and release the hose towards the drain opening. Reinstall the drain hose cap and put the hose back in its storage location after draining. If more scrubbing is to be completed, fill the machine again and go clean. After using the machine for a while, one of two things will happen. You will have completed your scrubbing task for the shift, or the battery will have become depleted to the point of requiring a charge. Either way, the cleanup and storage process is the same. If it is the battery that runs low on power first, the battery gauge LEDs will have progressed from all LEDs lit down to the last battery level LED, and it will begin to flash, at which point the batteries are fully depleted and need to be recharged. At this point, scrubbing functions will automatically turn off. The vacuum and propulsion system will remain active to allow you to recover the used solution and transport back to the charging station and recharge after machine storing steps. Never store a machine in a discharged battery state, as this reduces the usable life of the batteries. To turn the machine off at any time, press the scrub button and hold it for 2 seconds. For machines with a key system, you can alternatively turn the key to the off position. Storing the machine. Following proper daily machine cleanup activities will assure proper performance from your machine over time and help avoid bad odors that can accompany a poorly maintained recovery tank. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Empty the recovery tank as previously discussed during dumping and refilling, and thoroughly rinse it out to remove any and all debris from the tank. If detergent mixed into the machine's solution tank, or if not planning to use the machine for a while, drain the solution tank by disconnecting the clear solution tank level gauge tube and draining that tank. Remove and clean out the large debris catch cage and then put it back in place. Rinse off the ball float cage and make sure that the ball moves freely to protect the vacuum motor. Remove and rinse the recovery tank lid. Remove and rinse off the squeegee to clean and inspect it to make sure that the blades are not worn, ripped, or torn. If they need to be flipped or replaced, do that now as described in the Preparing the Machine for Use section. Then install the squeegee. Remove the pad, brushes, or pad drivers as described in the Preparing Machine for Use section. Remember that there is an auto click-off function by pressing the vacuum and scrub activation switch together to make this a bit easier. Rinse the pad or brush off and remove any large debris that may be present. Inspect the pads or brushes and see if the pads need to be changed or flipped over, and check to see if the brushes need to be replaced. If they do, do that now. Set them aside to dry or reinstall them on the machine. Charging the batteries. To maximize battery life, the batteries should be allowed to charge until the charger completes its charge cycle after every day of use, even if the batteries did not get fully depleted during the cleaning tasks. Tip the cleaned and empty recovery tank out to expose the batteries during charging to prevent buildup of hydrogen gas. When tipped out, the recovery tank lid will open a bit to allow it to air dry. Plug the onboard battery charger cord at the back of the machine into a wall outlet to begin charging. The charger indicator LED in the cord storage pocket area will turn on if properly charging. If it is blinking, there's a problem with the charger or the batteries. If your machine does not have an onboard charger, connect the battery charger plug indicated into a proper shelf charger to begin charging. Note: the battery charger charging algorithm should match the battery type installed in the machine, which will be either wet, gel, or AGM. Refer to the operator's manual or contact your local dealership for assistance when changing battery types to assure the correct charging algorithm is selected on your charger to prevent battery damage. Finally, it's also a good idea to take a wet rag and clean off the exterior of the machine and deck to keep the machine looking its best. Options. These are the options available with the SC401. Note that the SC401 machine package you purchased may include some of these options as standard. USB charger port to charge electronic devices. Hour meter for tracking machine hours. Onboard battery charger system. Onboard detergent metering system as discussed during this training. Brush splash guard to reduce overspray while cleaning. And wastebasket flat mop holder kit. Routine maintenance. Besides the maintenance steps that are completed on a daily basis to prepare and clean up the SC401, there are also periodic maintenance tasks that should be completed. Weekly, one should, for machines with wet-style batteries, check the water level of each battery cell and add distilled water as needed. Fill to above the plates and to just below the bottom of the fill tube. Do not fill all the way to the top of the cell to allow for expansion while charging. Failure to keep battery fluid level above the battery lead plates will decrease the runtime and overall life of the batteries significantly. Caution: batteries are filled with strong acid. Use care and protective equipment while inspecting and maintaining battery fluid levels. Clean the solution filter. The filter is located on the left lower side of the machine with a filter indicator in the rotomold. Turn the isolation valve for the filter to the closed position. Unscrew the filter cover, being careful not to lose the O-ring. Clean out the filter screen, reassemble, and be sure to open up the water valve or no solution will come out while scrubbing. Maintain the optional onboard detergent system. To clean and remove residual detergent from the detergent hoses, remove the detergent bottle, clean it, and fill it with warm water and run the scrub system with high solution flow setting and high detergent concentration setting for a few minutes to let the lines clean out. Refill the detergent bottle with detergent to be ready for the next cleaning session. The following maintenance should be performed annually. The carbon brushes in the vacuum motor, the scrub deck motor, and the traction drive motor should be inspected for wear and replaced if necessary. Refer to the operator's manual or an authorized Nilfisk service center for carbon brush inspection and replacement instructions or help. Squeegee pitch adjustment. When inspecting the squeegee should be evenly deflected across the whole rear squeegee when in use for optimal water recovery, as shown in the picture. If the squeegee is not even on the floor, either higher on the tips or in the middle, adjust the pitch of the squeegee. To adjust the squeegee pitch, turn the squeegee pitch adjustment knob in the appropriate direction and then lower the squeegee and verify even deflection across the rear blade. For SC401 units that do not have motor power traction system, the brush or pad can be adjusted to help propel the machine forward to reduce operator fatigue while scrubbing. The indicated knob can be turned to increase or decrease brush pad assist drive. This knob will not be present on machines with motor traction system. This concludes the instructional portion of this course. By completing this module, you should now be able to identify SC401 components and their function, explain how to inspect and prepare the machine for use, list the steps necessary to start the scrubbing function, explain how to operate the machine, including the various cleaning modes and how and when to use them, explain machine cleanup procedure, describe battery charging process, and perform daily, weekly, and other routine maintenance tasks.
Visit us on the web at nilfisku.com. Nilfisk University is the cleaning equipment industry's most comprehensive web-based training and interactive learning resource. Your degree in success is just a click away at Nilfisk University.